If your body's telling you yes, but your mind is telling you no, then you might have handed over the remote control for your life to someone else. So if you want to create the things you really want on your terms and feel confident about doing that, you need to learn how to spot the stories that you didn't choose, but you still live by. And we can do that by looking at where we self-edit and also by taking a look at the way that we perceive ourselves, our perceived identity. When I was younger, I learned that certain feelings were inconvenient to people around me. So if I was upset, I would try and tone it down. Or if I was really excited, I'd make sure that it wasn't too much. And nobody ever told me, don't feel that, don't feel those things. But my body got the message that what you feel isn't safe to share. So then years later, I'm in a work meeting and someone asks me what I think about what we're discussing. And I give the kind of polite, everything's fine, yeah, I agree with what they said, even though my actual thoughts were doing gymnastics around in my head, ready to just come out. That was me speaking with someone else's voice. So what comes out of your mouth on autopilot? Those are the breadcrumbs that are leading you back to someone else's story. And when I first started my business, I would go to networking events where everyone obviously asks, what do you do? And I tell you, I felt so uncomfortable saying, I am a business owner. It's kind of like when a 13-year-old is really convinced that they are very grown up and very responsible, and everyone can just see through that. I could still remember standing in that room. I had my name label on, I had a kind of lukewarm cup of tea in my hand, and the words were catching in my throat like I was trying to get away with something, like I was just waiting for someone to catch me out. And you can think of I am statements, like I am a business owner, kind of like a tattoo on your nervous system. And that discomfort that you might feel when you say something that you don't fully believe, that is like old ink talking. That part of me wearing someone else's belief about what I was allowed to be. And so every I am that you say, is that a tattoo that you chose, or is it one that someone else drew on you while you were asleep? So if this week you notice a thought that doesn't feel like yours, see what happens if you just slip it off, like washing off a temporary tattoo. You might need to scrub a bit, but it will go. What would you try on instead? You might not have chosen the first tattoo, but you do get to choose the next one.